Prairie Mosaic is funded by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund with money from the vote of the people of Minnesota on November 4th, 2008, the North Dakota Council on the Arts, and by the members of Prairie Public.
Welcome to Prairie Mosaic, a patchwork of stories about the arts, culture, and history in our region.
Hi, I'm Bob Dambach.
And I'm Barb Gravel. On this edition, we'll listen to poems read by a German-Russian author, travel back in time to learn more about the history of the fur trade era, and enjoy the mellow music of a Minneapolis musician. A Warroad, Minnesota family business still manufactures and sells toboggans. The Heron family takes great pride in their work, and they are one of the few toboggan makers left in the entire world.
When I started, there was an older German in Hay River, Northwest Territories, who was making them, and another guy in Saskatchewan, and then Sheboygan. But for people that would make them in any quantities that could be distributed to a store or have a supply dealer, yeah, there's just been a few of us. The one we worked on today, once all the parts are made, just assembling the toboggan, maybe an hour and a half. Bigger toboggans, thinking like 8 hours, somewhere in there. But then you have to figure in making those parts, you have to figure in selecting lumber, planing it, tapering it, bending it, and then sanding, finishing, and packing it, or put the ropes on, packing for shipment. Both Jack and Gabe, when they were in high school, they started carpentering in the summer, and then they worked in the shop here. And I always kid them, just when they were starting to get pretty good at toboggans, they took off and went to college.
More and more, every time I make a toboggan with my dad, I pick up that's what the decision he just made, or that's why we're doing it this way versus another way. So I've got an appreciation for just the craftsmanship that goes along with making a toboggan, and that's what sets it apart from anything else that I've been involved with. I think one of the most rewarding things with this business is just understanding and getting the opportunity to really connect with every customer we have.
That would probably be, I don't know what we call it, the traditional market, people who use toboggans for subsistence in their way of life. And then we have a recreational size toboggans, which would be the toboggans that you might have grew up with as a kid.
Whether it's the Aboriginals up north or whether it's somebody that has a cabin in a remote area that's using our toboggan to haul supplies to, it seems like every toboggan we sell, there's a little bit of a story behind it. We had an opportunity this summer to visit some of our long-standing customers that year after year have purchased toboggans. It's really neat. I mean, they really rely on the toboggan for their way of life.
This one and that order out there is going to go to Winnipeg on Wednesday. And it'll go by truck from Winnipeg to Edmonton, and then it'll get on a truck and it'll go on the ice road up to Colville Lake, Northwest Territories. It's about 500 miles north of Yellowknife.
The caribou migrate across the north, and it's a main source of food for a lot of the communities that still are in existence. So what they do is they'll travel with large groups with several toboggans. These days, typically with snow machine, what used to be dog teams, and they follow the caribou herds, and they harvest a lot of caribou, and they dry the meat, and they haul their supplies and haul the caribou with their toboggans.
I don't know, I've said before that, and I think it's true, that there's no place in the world where a winter sled is tested like it is in northern Canada, because it's the way of life. They've been doing it for thousands of years.
I was in contact with all of our customers who had purchased a toboggan this winter. And I just sent them some general information, just checking in. And it was so exciting to hear their feedback. Just fun. They said they are having so much fun. They love it. Oh, I think there's definitely room for growth. It's been exciting, and I think we have ideas. Every day we have a different idea, and it's how to take those ideas and move them forward in a manageable and timely way.
Now the feeling that I have after doing this for 22 years, that I'm going to be able to sell toboggans up north for as long as I want to make them. And I think people up there would appreciate it if we get somebody else making them. More than one have told me they've tried every kind of sled up there, and you know, the wooden toboggan is superior to all of them. This year was a pretty good year. A lot of big toboggans. The Canadian dollar has been really weak the last couple of years, which isn't helping. There's some folks up there heard they'll put like 15,000 kilometers a season. Like, you know, this summer we'll probably start making inventory of our smaller toboggans, so we have those in stock. And then maybe do some inventory of the bigger ones that we know, or if we get some orders.
I mean, one of the challenges we have is continue to produce the toboggans with the experience and the lack of somebody working hands-on with my dad. So this year we've added a couple of people to our team to help learn the process and learn and to become apprentice.
You're always going for quality, something that's gonna last and work. One thing that we're doing that's making a difference, doing that maybe more the last few years than in the past, was paying more attention to the moisture of the oak before we bend it. But you put some toboggans up there that aren't going to last or going to have faults, and everyone will know of it. But there we have it.
The Lake Country Mountaineers Black Powder Club gathers in Perham, Minnesota each year to celebrate the history of the fur trade era. Here you can get a first-hand look at how pioneers would have lived, dressed, and worked to survive the hardships of life in the wilds of Minnesota.
Right now we're at Perham at their Pioneer Grounds. I belong and am president of the Lake Country Mountaineers Black Powder Club. It is a reenactment type situation where we're reenacting the fur trade rendezvous era pre-1840.
In the 1840s, well, back then that's when the furs were plentiful and they were worth lots of money back then. If you got $20 for a hide, that was a lot of money. Back then they didn't really have money anyway, they just traded goods for it. Unless they took them into a fur buyer where they actually bought the furs, and they do that once a year. That's what the rendezvous is, so once a year all the fur traders met and then they distinguished everything else from that point.
In today's world, you can't imagine what they went through. The life they had to lead, the dangers and the hardship, to me that's the most interesting part of it. We have both modern and primitive camping. Modern people can come and stay in what we call tin teepees, or they're campers or regular modern nylon type tents. And in the primitive ones, we try to keep it looking as much as possible pre-1840.
Well, our camp is called Camp Cotton because of the dog back there. Her name's Cotton. Well, we bring our canvas tents, bring our cast irons, bring our boxes that's got our trinkets and our clothing. You know, most of them come by here, they look at the doghouse, so the doghouse is a catcher for them, so.
It's something that families have hosted together for years. Moms and dads bring their kids, and kids start from early on. They start throwing hawk and knife and archery, and then when they get to a certain age, then they can have a firearm on the range under supervision.
There's a lot of shooting going on today. Well, right now they're having the paper shoots and the primitive range. Primitive shoot, you get a 5-round shoot. Primitive is like your flintlocks, your percussion caps. You know, with flintlock, you got to put powder in your prism and close the prism and cock the hammer. And it's got a flint on your hammer, so then when it hits the prism, it lights the powder. Where percussion, you got a little cap you stick on your percussion, and that's what sets off your powder in your gun. The ones that we shoot have rifling in them. That's like one twist every 48 inches. So every 4 feet, you know, you get one twist in your rifling.
We have a special shoot at this rendezvous where you can win a gold ring that was cast much similar to the way they did it back in those years. So that's a fun thing, because you get out in the range and you get some people out there shooting, and you can have fun with them on the range. Our club has been around for roughly about 32 years. It's a coordinated effort. Everybody pitches in, everybody works to get the grounds ready, and it's a team effort. It's a lot of work. It's all about learning and having fun at the same time. We are always looking for new members. We have a website called Lake Country Mountaineers, or you can get a hold of any of the members if you're at a rendezvous or know somebody or have an interest in black powder shooting and competition. I've been involved with this club for slightly more than 20 years. So if you look at the color of my mustache and hair, you can tell that we're looking for younger people.
Deb Marquart is an author and scholar whose books and poems tell stories of growing up in a typical German-Russian household in Napoleon, North Dakota. We caught up with Deb as she read a few of the poems to her mother, Gladys Marquart.
Your Grandpa Marquart, he was a tight son of a gun, you know. Every night he'd come to the bottom of the steps and yell up, "Frank, go to sleep. You're wasting my oil." Because Frank liked to read. He was always reading something. He wasn't much for farm work, but he liked school and reading and just wasting his time on books. So, Grandpa thought, he better put an end to all that laziness and sloth. Frank was pretty much worthless when 5 o'clock chores rolled around. It was more work getting him out of bed than just doing the chores yourself. So this went on for years, this Grandpa coming to the steps at night and yelling up, "Frank, go to sleep. You're wasting my oil." And Frank setting his book down, leaving it open to the last page he was reading, and rolling the wick down into the lamp and dousing the flame. So finally, Frank gets this town job, and he makes a little bit of money, and the first thing he does is buys himself some oil right off. See? So he can read as late as he pleases. And then when Grandpa comes to the steps at night and yells up, "Frank, go to sleep. You're wasting my oil," Frank gets out of bed and goes to the top of the steps and yells back down, "This is my oil. I bought this oil with my own money, and I will burn this oil however I see fit." But Grandpa, he had a way, you know, of seeing how things broke down, how they divided up. Because he yelled right back, without even thinking, he said, "But what about the wick?" That's right, what about the wick? Your grandfather, I'm telling you, now there was a tight man. What is the sound of a pilgrim soul singing? As a child growing up in North Dakota, I felt myself wanting to grow tall and wild. When you're young, it's natural to be green and vivid. But I heard cautions all around me. You're not so hot. Don't get too big for your britches. How to find sustenance and nurture oneself to maturity in a place that yields only 16 inches of precipitation a year. Like the grasses and crops around us, we lived on the narrow margin of life. If I were a flower, I thought, I would want to be a hollyhock, a tall, sturdy stalk opening large flowers everywhere, or a tiger lily, orange and black petals opening shamelessly to the world. I dared to imagine myself in full blossom. I could be the pampered rose, unbridled beauty accompanied by thorns, or the hothouse orchid, a fragile thing that everyone fusses over. Even in this dry place, I told myself, I must find a way to bloom. I must never allow myself to be blighted.
Keri Noble chose to live in Minneapolis because of its strong artistic and musical community. She's especially proud that her music reflects her own personal style and experiences.
There you are again. I see you all the time. We haven't really met, but you know I don't mind. 'Cause I think today's a day I'm gonna go right up and say to you, would it be alright if I called you up sometime? There you go again. Let you get away. At least I got more time to think of what I might say, like, well, couldn't we be good? Baby, don't you think that we should find some quiet little place where we'd make love all day? Come and talk to me. What are you waiting for? 'Cause I can see you passing every day. I'm always wanting more. Come and talk to me. What are you gonna do? 'Cause I can't seem to get the nerve to get off my own ass. Just talk to you. You know I love the type. You look like you've been up all night and somehow still look beautiful. You do it all at the same time. Whenever you walk by, you always look me in the eyes. And in that moment I know the same thing's on your mind. Come and talk to me. What are you waiting for? 'Cause I can see you passing every day. I'm always wanting more. Come and talk to me. What are you gonna do? 'Cause I can't seem to get the nerve to get off my own ass. Just talk to you. I wanna talk to you. It always seems to be that I let the good things pass by because I let my fear just stop me, but not this time. Come and talk to me. What are you waiting for? 'Cause I can see you passing every day. I'm always wanting more. Come and talk to me. What are you gonna do? 'Cause I can't seem to get the nerve to get off my own ass. Just talk to you. I wanna talk to you. I love you. I've been flying solo up in the wide and open blue, and I answer to no one. I just fly where I want to. And you might think it could get lonely when the rain is pouring down. I don't mind. I was not made to live on the ground. I used to dream about a big red balloon, and I would hold onto the string, and it would take me to the moon. And you might think it could get lonely when the rain is pouring down. I don't mind. I was not made to live on the ground. I used to wonder what it would take to make this dream come true. I had to learn to stop dreaming and start believing what I could do. I've been flying solo for a few years now. Why don't you join me? You already know how. Looking at a girl like me, you think you know what to do. Buy me a diamond ring or fly me to the moon. No, oh well, let me think of how to say what I want to say to you. I don't want to hurt you, babe, but you don't have a clue. Let me tell you that every girl's idea of a perfect holiday, it doesn't revolve around the size of what you pay. Oh, I'll give you a little peek at my Christmas list, and then you'll see it's really easy. Give me your time, give me your love, cut me some slack when I've been wrong. Write me a letter or sing me a song, and give me your love. And just make me laugh when I've been crying. You can't mess up long as you're trying to sum it up. Give me your love. Well, looking at a boy like you, it can't be easy. I bet they all get in line, trying to catch your eye. Whoa, oh, well, that's why I cannot believe you're standing outside my door. You're bringing me everything you bought me at the store. Let me tell you that every girl's idea of revolve around the size of what you pay. Oh, I'll give you a little peek at my Christmas list, and then you'll see it's really easy. Give me your time, give me your love, cut me some slack when I've been wrong. Write me a letter or sing me a song.
If you know of an artist, a topic, or an organization in our region that you think might make for an interesting segment, please contact us at Prairie Mosaic at prairiepublic.org. I'm Barb Gravel.
And I'm Bob Danback. Thank you for joining us for this edition of Prairie Mosaic.
Prairie Mosaic is funded by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund with money from the vote of the people of Minnesota on November 4th, 2008, the North Dakota Council on the Arts, and by the members of Prairie Public.